Let's go, baby! I'm smacked, baby!
And a college party turned into a mob scene near the University of Delaware with thousands of students spilling into the streets, blocking traffic, walking on cars. The party was announced by the YouTube series I'm Schmacked.
I'm Schmacked, Blacked Out Media, Red Cup Nation. 3 companies that share one business plan: to sponsor college parties, film them, and sell the vision that this is what campus life is all about.
Red Cup Nation is the American dream. Our motto is go hard or go home.
For many students, it's a compelling vision. In the media, in the entertainment world, alcohol has long been hyped as a major part of the college experience. That fantasy is well established. But now, social media lets students play a starring role.
You know, we're just out here with the I'm Schmacked crew. We're getting rowdy. There's a video with the school, so I'm the one that interviews the people and asks them questions. What's your favorite professor? How do you enjoy school? Blah, blah. So that's my role right now.
To meet you.
Yeah, I'm Dan.
I love the shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I should have worn my I'm Schmacked shirt.
Oh, wait, is this like the fuck Dan O'Neill? Fuck Dan. Oh, you're Dan. You're the fuck Dan O'Neill guy.
Yo, they're
in the Coastal video.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Guys, you ready to party tonight? You
Fuck
excited?
yeah. Fuck yeah.
I like to hear that. Good shit. How old are you guys?
18. Old enough. Yeah. Old enough, yeah. I didn't say 18. Old enough.
In the world we live in, no one needs permission or too much money to start publishing content on the web. And Schmacked is a great example of that. They had an idea, and it's a clever idea. Go shoot people having fun and drinking. What they may not know by name, but they know intuitively, is this observer effect. And that is when the camera turns on, people's behaviors change.
We're out here with I'm Schmacked College TV. We want to know, what are some things you do when you're drunk that you'd never do sober?
Have unprotected sex.
Breaking shit and ripping shit out of the ground, really.
With this camera and this sort of social aspect and everyone partying, that can also change behaviors and have people do more than they otherwise would do. Drink more, shout more, yell more, do more stupid things because the camera's on.
You know, one of the ways that you can think about this is that it's actually kind of an adaptive thing, right? One of the big goals of adolescence is to go out and find your way in the world, to find a mate, to figure out how the world works socially. And so in order to do that, you kind of have to take some risk. If you just stayed at home and did all the safe things that you did when you were a little kid, it would be really hard to go out and do everything that society expects you to do later. There are also all these positive risks that they take, right? Going out and making new friends, experimenting with other kinds of activities that can help them figure out who they are. We have big problems when the kinds of risks that teens are taking are maladaptive, so like experimenting with drugs or taking risks in cars, right? We see kids ending up dying at high rates because of this.
We're looking at close to 600,000 assaults, about 99,000 sexual assaults. We're looking at about 1,800 deaths a year of young people on college campuses as a result of alcohol use. This is a huge problem.
In a sense, there's nothing new here. Exploits of college drinkers have appeared in publications since Victorian times. At the start of the motion picture era, Hollywood was cautious to entertain, but not shock its audiences.
I got a food license, liquor license, auto license, dancing license.
The laws of this state forbid the operation of a nightclub within 5 miles of an institution of learning.
Early college movies focused on football teams, fraternities, and the search for romance. But Hollywood's self-censorship kept a lid on foul language, open sexuality, and destructive behavior. In the late 1960s, those restrictions began to disappear.
I think any conversation about the classic college movies has to start with Animal House. Which came out in 1978, but still kind of stands as the ultimate college film.
You've been so good to me.
The toga party scene, which is just, you know, really crazy and filled with music. There's Otis Day and the Knights performing, there are people making out, there are people drinking, and that kind of has become an iconic college party scene. We can go a little more modern with college movies and talk about Old School, which came out in 2003. And that really takes the Animal House formula and adds a little bit of a twist. This time, the kind of ragtag fraternity is started by men who are a bit too old and are no longer college students. One of the most memorable scenes, much like Animal House, is when the guys throw a huge party. Instead of Otis Day, it's Snoop Dogg performing, and the whole thing ends with Will Ferrell's character streaking down the street.
Come on, everybody! Come on! Spotty, we're going! Here we go!
A lot of these movies I'm talking about are great movies. Animal House is a really good movie. And yes, they do have, you know, scenes with sex and drinking and all that stuff that goes along with college, but taken in context, there is a much larger context provided in these films where you have characters.
Ah, thanks. I needed that.
But when you talk about viral videos and stuff that's on YouTube now, there's a big difference between films like that and something that's presented on YouTube that's isolated and there's absolutely no context.
We've made lots of progress with young people, with high school students in particular. We're making virtually no progress with the college students. Now, part of what our center studies is young people's exposure to alcohol marketing. And what we find there is this 18 to 20-year-old age group is getting intensively marketed to. This marketing completely overwhelms the other efforts to reduce college drinking. Much more powerful than if a college decides to do alcohol education programs or social norms programs, or even if they try to have the right set of policies as a school. The presence of the marketing, including the kinds of things, you know, that event promoters do in terms of making the stuff incredibly cheap, price promotions, happy hours, things like that, just immense amounts of imagery around the use of alcohol, that completely overwhelms colleges' efforts to make headway on this problem.
Drinking itself is a social act, right? You often drink with others. You say, let's go get a drink somewhere, let's meet, let's talk. College and drinking, that's nothing new. That's been going around and happening for decades. Animal House, the movie, shows that point, you know, and probably most college students, even though they were not born when that movie was made, have probably seen that movie or heard of that movie. But with the web today, you can end up sort of in your own social media movie. There's no real captions or naming of people in the video. So in one sense, it's sort of almost anonymous and safe because it's not searchable. Yet, some people, the way they are, if they're going to be in this video, it could be a perverse point of pride. Hey, check me out, I made it in the schmacked video. And what people don't realize is social media, for example, is not new. It's been around since cave paintings. What is new is the internet, which makes it very scalable, very speedy, very searchable, very savable, and those have some serious impacts.
Block Party 2013, bro. There you go. Turn up.
It's a block party.
The provocative campus party video isn't going away anytime soon. Some colleges are trying, on social media and elsewhere, to combat I'm Schmacked and its ilk. But a few tweets or a bit of outreach can't put the genie back in the bottle.
Go hard or go home.
The narrative of college as a no-holds-barred bacchanal took root with students long ago. That's the experience that many of them seek out. In other words, culture of drinking begets viral videos of drinking. Those videos then reinforce the culture, and the alcohol continues to flow.